Welcome back to our New York studios, everyone. As we begin to reveal the seedings and the pairings, here's a look at the tournament brackets from the NCAA and its corporate champion, Coca-Cola. And we begin with the East region. These are Friday, Sunday games to be played in Raleigh, North Carolina. The top seed, Tar Heels of North Carolina, 19 straight tournament appearances for Coach Roy Williams, 29 regular season wins, the most in school history. They will take on the winner of the opening round game in Dayton, Ohio, between Mount St. Mary's, the Mountaineers out of the NEC, and the Coppin State Eagles, who are making their appearance with victory in the MEAC tournament over Morgan State. Now, the number 8 seed, Indiana Hoosiers. Following the resignation of Coach Kelvin Sampson, Coach Dan Dockich took over. The Hoosiers are there, and they will meet the 9th seed Arkansas Razorbacks, who just lost their SEC final to the Georgia Bulldogs. Now, first and second round games in Denver, Colorado, Thursday, Saturday. The number 5 seed, Fighting Irish of Notre Dame, out of the Big East, led by Big East Player of the Year, Luke Herringody. They will take on, there's the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, and who are they going to play? They'll take on the 12th seeded Patriots of George Mason. Coach Jim Larinaga led George Mason to the Final Four in 2006 as an 11 seed. They won the CAA Tournament title for the first time, and they're a happy bunch of Patriots at George Mason as well. All right, continuing on the bracket. The number 4 seed, the Cougars out of Washington State. Coach Tony Bennett leads his 24-8 Cougars out of the Pac-10, where they will meet the 13th seeded Eagles from Winthrop, who won their 4th straight Big South tournament title, and 8 in the last 10 seasons. Now, Friday, Sunday games in Birmingham, Alabama. The number 2 seed in the East, the Tennessee Volunteers. The Volunteers winning their first outright SEC regular season title since 1967, 29 wins on the board. They'll take on the Tennessee Volunteers. There they are. They know where they're going. The question is, who are they going to play? They'll play number 15 seed American University, making their first ever NCAA tournament appearance. 21-11 under head coach Jeff Jones. And the Patriot League Eagles, a happy bunch. They'll take on Tennessee. Back to the bracket now. The number 7 seed Butler Bulldogs. The automatic bid, their first since 2001, winning the Horizon Tournament title. And they will meet the number 10 seed in the East, the Jaguars of South Alabama. The Jaguars want a share of the Sun Belt regular season title, and there they are as they look ahead to their meeting with the Butler Bulldogs. Now, Friday, Sunday games in Birmingham, Alabama. The number 3 seed in the East, the Louisville Cardinals. Coach Rick Pitino, the only coach to take 3 different schools to the Final Four. At 24-8, they will meet the number 14 seeded Boise State Broncos. They needed triple overtime to win the WAC tournament title, beating New Mexico State last night. Boise State is there. The number 6 seed Sooners of Oklahoma. Out of the Big 12, they will face St. Joseph's out of the Atlantic 10. Coach Phil Martelli's 5th NCAA tournament appearance. Welcome back to the NCAA Basketball Championship Selection Show. Here's a look at the tournament brackets from the NCAA and its corporate champion AT&T. This is the Midwest region. We'll start with Thursday, Saturday games to be played in Omaha, Nebraska. The top seed, the Kansas Jayhawks. Kansas winning a share of the Big 12 regular season title with Texas, won the Big 12 tournament title for the 3rd straight year. The Jayhawks are expecting it. They know where they're going. The question is who they're playing. How about the Vikings of Portland State, the number 16 seed? They won the Big Sky tournament, beating Northern Arizona. They won the regular season Big Sky title as well. The number 8 seed, Runnin' Rebels of UNLV out of the Mountain West. They won the Mountain West Tournament Championship, beating top seed BYU. You guys are the number 8 seed. And who are you going to play? The number 9 seed Golden Flashes of Kent State. The Golden Flashes won the regular season Mid-American title, 28-6 on the year. And you guys are headed for Omaha to play UNLV. Now, Friday, Sunday games in Tampa, Florida. The number 5 seed, the Clemson Tigers, who performed so well today in a losing effort. Their first ACC Finals appearance in '62, 24-9. They're the 5th seed in the Midwest. They will take on Coach Jay Wright's Villanova Wildcats. At 20-12, they won 20 games for the 4th straight year. The number 4 seed in the Midwest, Vanderbilt, the Commodores, coached by Kevin Stallings. They began this season 16-0, finished 26-7. They will take on the 13th-seeded Saints from Siena out of the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference. They won a share of the MAC regular season title with Ryder. Now, to Friday, Sunday games to be played in Raleigh, North Carolina. The number 2 seed in the Midwest, the Hoyas of Georgetown. They won the Big East regular season championship on the last day of the regular season, lost the Big East title game to the Pittsburgh Panthers. They will take on the Retrievers of the University of Maryland, Baltimore County, making their first ever NCAA tournament appearance. The number 7 seed in the Midwest, the Bulldogs of Gonzaga out of the WCC. They won the WCC regular season championship, and they'll take on the Davidson Wildcats, the 10th seed in the Midwest. They come into the tournament on a 22-game winning streak that is the longest in the nation. Thursday, Saturday games in Omaha. The number 3 seed in the Midwest, the Wisconsin Badgers, fresh off of their Big Ten regular season and tournament championship today with a victory over the University of Illinois, and that's the trophy to prove it. They'll meet the 14th-seeded Titans of Cal State Fullerton. The Titans will make their first NCAA appearance in 30 years. So the Cal State Fullerton Titans looking ahead to the Wisconsin Badgers. They won the Big West tournament title. The number 6 seed in the Midwest, the Trojans of Southern California. Coach Tim Floyd's club 21-11 on the year, led by freshman O.J. Mayo. They look, they recognize, and they cheer. And who will they meet? Hey, it's a tough ticket. They're meeting the 11th seed in the Midwest, the Kansas State Wildcats at 20-11, led by Big 12 Player of the Year, Michael Beasley. Welcome back to New York as we continue live on the NCAA Basketball Championship Selection Show. Right now, a look at the tournament brackets from the NCAA and its corporate champion, Pontiac, as we run down the South region. These are games to be played Friday and Sunday in North Little Rock, Arkansas. The top seed in the South, the Memphis Tigers, 33-1 on the year. There's Coach John Calipari's squad. Memphis has won 30 or more games 3 straight years, just one of 3 teams in history to do so. Who will they play? The Mavericks of Texas Arlington, making their first ever NCAA tournament appearance off the Southland Tournament Championship. The number 8 seed in the South, Mississippi State, the Bulldogs under Coach Rick Stansberry at 22-10, goes back to the tournament for the 5th time. They'll meet the number 9 seed Ducks of Oregon. Coach Ernie Kent bringing his Ducks out of the Pac-10. Ducks have reached the Elite 8 twice in this decade. Now, Thursday, Saturday games in Denver. The number 5 seed in the South, the Spartans of Michigan State. Tom Izzo makes it 11 straight tournament appearances. They won the title in 2000. They will meet the 12th-seeded Temple Owls. Temple won the Atlantic 10 tournament title, defeating St. Joe's. Temple Owls stand there and applaud. They'll take on the Spartans of Michigan State. The number 4 seed in the South, the Pitt Panthers, who rose up to win the Big East Tournament Championship, upsetting the Hoyas of Georgetown. They will play the 13th seed Golden Eagles of Oral Roberts, who won their 3rd straight Summit League Tournament Championship. They won the regular season title as well. Friday, Sunday games to be played in North Little Rock, Arkansas. The number 2 seed in the South, the Texas Longhorns, who put on a terrific display in a losing effort to Kansas today. The Longhorns shared the Big 12 regular season title with Kansas. 26 regular season wins, a school record. They will meet the Governors of Austin Peay, the Ohio Valley regular season and tournament champions. The number 7 seed in the South, the Miami Hurricanes. 10-win improvement over last season. They come in at 22-10. The Hurricanes sit there and wait and watch and applaud. They're the number 7 seed. Who will they face? They'll face the Gales of St. Mary's, who finished 2nd in the West Coast Conference, tied a team record with 25 wins on the season. Congratulations to the 10th-seeded Gales. Now, Thursday, Saturday games in Anaheim, California. The number 3 seed in the South, the Stanford Cardinal. They finished 2nd in the Pac-10 behind UCLA with a 26-7 record. They will meet the Big Red of Cornell, who won their first Ivy League championship since 1988. The number 6 seed in the South, the Golden Eagles of Marquette, out of the Big East, led by Coach Tom Crean. They reached the Big East semis before losing to Pittsburgh. They will meet the Kentucky Wildcats. Head coach Billy Gillespie, in his first season at Kentucky, takes the Wildcats back to the NCAA. Welcome back to New York. Here is a look at the tournament brackets from the NCAA and its corporate champions as we reveal the fourth and final bracket, and that's the West region. These are Thursday, Saturday games to be played in Anaheim, and the top seed in the West, the UCLA Bruins, won the regular season Pac-10 title for the third straight year, won the Pac-10 tournament as well. They will face the 16th seed in the West, the Delta Devils of Mississippi Valley State, looking for their first ever tournament victory. They won the SWAC tournament title, beating Jackson State. The number 8 seed in the West, the Cougars of BYU, first team in Mountain West history to win consecutive outright regular season titles. They'll play the 9th seeded Aggies from Texas A&M. Third straight tournament appearance for Texas A&M after a 19-year drought. A&M 24-10 on the year. Friday, Sunday games in Tampa, Florida. The 5th seed Drake Bulldogs out of the Missouri Valley Conference, 28-4, huge crowd on hand. They won the regular season and tournament championship. Their 28 wins, the most victories in school history. Now, who do they meet? How about the 12th seed in the West, the Hilltoppers of Western Kentucky, who won the Sun Belt tournament title. They'll come into the tournament at 27-6. Continuing, the number 4 seed in the West, the Connecticut Huskies. Coach Jim Calhoun's 19th tournament appearance. His Huskies 24-8. They will meet San Diego, the number 13 seed. They upset Gonzaga to win the West Coast Conference tournament title. Now, Thursday, Saturday games to be played in Washington, D.C. The number 2 seed, the Duke Blue Devils. Coach Mike Krzyzewski, the winningest coach in NCAA tournament history. The Blue Devils at 27-5. They will face the number 15 seed Bruins of Belmont out of the Atlantic Sun. They won their 3rd straight tournament title to get into the tournament. The number 7 seed in the West, West Virginia. The Mountaineers get an at-large bid under Coach Bob Huggins. And they're dancing in West Virginia. Tied a school record with 11 Big East victories. Who will they play? The Arizona Wildcats, the number 10 seed in the West out of the Pac-10. The Wildcats make it 24 straight tournament appearances. Thursday, Saturday games in Washington, D.C. The number 3 seed in the West, the Musketeers of Xavier. A terrific season at 27-6. Coach Sean Miller's crew won the Atlantic 10 regular season title, set a school record for most regular season wins at 26. And the Musketeers will meet the Georgia Bulldogs. What a story. Coach Dennis Felton's crew, their doubleheader win in the SEC tournament over Kentucky and Mississippi State. Coach Felton and his Bulldogs, they may be too tired to celebrate, but they're 17-16 on the year, and they're headed west. Also in the West, the number 6 seed Purdue Boilermakers. Big Ten Coach of the Year Matt Painter brings his 24-8 Boilermakers in. We know they're sitting around wondering if they're going to make it. At the 11th seed in the West, the Baylor Bears, making their first trip to the NCAA tournament since 1988. 1 slot left. The Baylor Bears get it. 4th 20-win season in the program's 102-year history. Baylor will take on the Purdue